The kingdom of God is too important for silliness.
The Reverend Russ Breshears is an Arkansas pastor who is known for his no-nonsense approach.
And if we can stop focusing on the color of the carpet or what the youth group got served for supper or some of these silly or what the music style in the church is, and focus on serving people, loving people, and following people, good things will happen.
And good things have happened. Oak Forest United Methodist went from being a church for retirees to a can-do congregation, partnering with other churches to run thriving medical, dental, and vision clinics, a food pantry, and a counseling center.
I think that our pastor has done a tremendous job here with introducing all of these outreaches because people talk. I've always heard that before Russ came here, this was just a pew warmer church.
If you have a little success, people will trust you to risk other things. When I asked them for us to buy the little house next door to the medical clinic, some of the people said, Russ, there is no way, we can barely pay your salary. We cannot buy this little house.
And I just didn't think, as small as our congregation was, that we, in no way could we afford that.
And I just said, please, let's do it. And we bought it for $42,000, and in less than a year it was paid for. And voila, we have a fully equipped dental, and now we're adding the third chair. But it was because this congregation had faith and they trusted me, and we had a very good administrative board with the right people on the bus.
Another key to success has been having an open mind toward working with other faith groups.
I've just had these deep reservations. How can a United Methodist partner with an evangelical or almost a fundamentalist church? And we've learned a lot. If I would be lying if I told you it was an easy marriage, but we have learned that we do not discuss politics, we do not discuss theology, but we have a heart for Jesus, and it works. You go there, you hug them.
Before he became a pastor, Breshears was a young missionary. He returned to his hometown of Little Rock when he realized any community can be a mission field.
I always felt called to ministry, and I was a missionary with the General Board of Global Ministries in Lima, Peru. Disastrous. Starving little kids ate out of my garbage in the morning. And I was 23 and I felt so impotent, and you don't really think a 23-year-old will feel that powerless. That led me to seminary in New York City.
That time in South America led to a fluency in Spanish that's helpful today in engaging families who come to Oak Forest.
¿Cuántos nietos? ¿Cuántos nietos? Well, one of our core measures is to work, not for the poor, but with the poor. That's a challenge, but all the people that come to us are working poor, and if we even set an expectation like, we're having a fundraiser, will you cook some spaghetti? Or will you help us on work day clean? And they do come, but it's a whole different thing if rather than providing charity, that you let people become a part and help you.
His tips for being vital: engage your congregation to share their time and gifts, chart a clear course, and believe that God will provide.
I had some folks from Uganda here, and we told them, you can do this in Uganda. They're like, no, we can't. And I said, how many doctors are in your church? And they said, well, many. And I said, well, what's to stop you from one Sunday afternoon from having a clinic? So we're starting those conversations with Africa, with Uganda. We want to be a teaching church. We want to have those conversations particularly with United Methodist churches in Dallas, or in Atlanta, or in Denver, or coast to coast, beautiful old churches such as this that are now in transitional communities. And we want to say, this is a way we have survived, and you can too.